Russ Barker, thank you so much for bringing me to the Hall Cross in Doncaster.
The first thing you'll say if you have a drink there, Gary, is that the Guinness doesn't taste like home,
Well, I'll have to take your word for it at this moment in time. Any Guinness might taste nice, my friend.
right? Yeah, I guess so. You'll take any at this point, won't you? But I've
So,
yet to be in any pub outside of Ireland where anyone has said that the Guinness is as nice as at home, right?
yeah, there's a bit of the grass is always greener too. So, why is this particular Hall Cross your favorite bar?
Well, I guess it's where I used to go in my formative years, right? It's where I spent a lot of time in my early 20s and met a lot of the friends that I have now there. And it's like that music that you listen to when you're growing up. That's always your favorite music. You never forget that music. So I guess it's the same with pubs for me. They're the ones I used to spend an awful lot of time in when I was younger. I don't spend as much time in them now. So if I could go back to one very often, it would be that one for sure. Probably trying to reclaim my youth, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure the barman would welcome you back if you just pay that outstanding bill. Let's get on and get a little bit more to know about you, Russ. So, what's the kindest thing anybody's ever done for you, Russ?
Probably a funny one, to be honest. I'd say it's the wife forcing me to have kids. And this probably isn't going to come across too well, but like, I never wanted children, and I was kind of bullied into it by the wife, and I look back at sort of that 12, 14 years ago when we were going through that process, and I'm so pleased that she made me have kids, right? Because you look back to what you were then to what you are now and what sort of drives you. Sure, there are loads of hard work and all that things, but couldn't be without them now. So
Wow.
probably her bullying me from being that selfish to not want kids into having kids, I guess. And I took a lot of bullying, to be fair, as well. So
It's a it's a
um, yeah.
it's a great learning point that obviously. Oh, by the way, she's not going to find out about the fact that
she's
on
not she's not
this.
going to see she's not going to see this interview now.
But when you say 13, 14, and is that the age of the children right now?
No, the oldest is 11. It took two years and 3 months of
Okay.
bullying. So
Okay. And 11 and midterm
11 and 8.
in school and all the rest of it, doing what 11 years can do at the moment, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment they're just at home. So Amanda works in medical, so she still works. So I've got the 11-year-old and the 8-year-old at home with me and work and lunches and things. So I mean, it's like half term at the moment. So Amanda's at home, which is just brilliant because
Yeah.
it's like a little holiday because she's here to do all the kid things as well. So I'm not trying to do all them things, and it makes you realise how much she probably does in the background that I don't even see and recognise right while I'm sat here staring at this screen, 10 hours a day, understanding the other stuff that she does.
Yeah.
A proper eye opener, really, bless her.
It's like my mother used to say about that saying, behind every man, there's a great woman. She used to change it to, for every great man, there's a woman throwing her eyes up to heaven. So I think you get a sense of the workload. So,
Yeah.
second question for you. What do we not know about Russ? What's the one thing nobody really knows about you that you think we should?
Well, I guess the guitars would be a little bit of a giveaway, but it's sort of like in my youth, I didn't really work till I was well into my 20s. If we call work as a sort of 9 to 5, I did just play guitar. I was in bands, toured, had records out, played gigs in front of thousands of people, and had dreadlocks down to probably about here at varying times.
Wow.
And then just shaved them all off, got a job, started wearing a shirt, right? And I tell you what, it's amazing how many people, when you actually ask that, though, have something like that in their background. I was interviewing a guy last week from Sweden who was also like with a trumpet, but he also did the same thing. So I ran away with the band in his early 20s, and he's now in a fairly senior position in the industry. So I think everyone is sort of a job. You potentially haven't done something like that, but it's quite a few of us out there, I think, right?
And obviously, when you're in a band, you learn a lot about teamwork,
Uh-huh.
different rhythms. No point in you playing the guitar at one tempo and the other drummer at a total different one. And
Yeah.
you know, I met, to be fair, I did interview a guy recently who was a conductor, and he was saying exactly the same thing about teamwork isn't just in a sporting environment,
Mhm.
drama, you know, all of the different arts and the band. Um, did you also play sport as well as being in a band? And is the teamwork anything similar?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I was a footballer as well, and I think it's just about finding your place, right? Everyone has to find a place in every little piece of life, and realize that you have to work with other people. And I've not met many drummers that ever found that place. To be fair to you, they're always louder than everybody else, but whatever you're doing, I think it's about finding that place and understanding you don't do anything on your own, right?
Yeah, Adrian Hayes, actually, one of the other exec council members from Comscope, is a drummer.
Okay.
And he told me
He'll
that he
thank me for
came.
that comment then.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he said there wasn't such thing as the head gear in his day, where you could have electric drums. And he said how his mum and dad let him bang away in the front room with all the neighborhood. But you know, he said it was great because it got him into a band, and it got him into meeting other different types of people. And can I ask you, if you had dreadlocks, does that tell me that you had a reggae bias of your music, or was that just a look?
No, no, it was just a bad luck. It was just a bad luck. It's just poor decision making on my part, Gary.
Yeah, people usually say that to me when they know I'm an Arsenal supporter. They say, "Oh my God, you have a terrible bad judge of character," you know. But
Yeah,
I say it. But I say it shows a great grit for resilience as well. So,
yeah.
Russ, it's been short. It's been sharp. I've enjoyed this bar. It does a great pint of bitter. I've been told, long,
Yeah.
long pulling bitter. So thank you for letting us into your favorite bar from, I guess, 20 years ago, and learning a bit about yourself. And we'll make sure your wife doesn't hear this for the first time, that she was bullied into having children, but I'm sure she knows all about it.
Yeah. All right, Gary. Thank you.
Thank you, Russ. Top.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.